Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Singing with Lauren. Today I am addressing the question, what is vocal resonance? It can get kind of tricky, but it's really not that hard. It just requires that we actually understand what it is and how it works. And this really just has to do with acoustics. So today this video is brought to you by my partnership with Beautycounter. Beautycounter is the safest skincare and makeup company in the United States. We have worked to ban 1,500 of the most questionable toxins and ingredients. So if you're a makeup lover out there, you're gonna wanna check it out. And also, if you're looking for a side hustle and you wanna be personally coached by me, shout out to me in the comments and we'll get this going. So guys, I also want to tell you that I just started a Facebook singing community. It's called Singing Babe Tribe, and I am going to link that below. And so that's going to be a place where I'm going to hop in live during the week, give little voice tips, little voice lessons here and there, so we can really work together to get your singing where you want it to be. So let's get singing. Okay, so before we can talk about what vocal resonance is, we need to talk a little bit about how the voice actually works. So our trachea is our air pipe, right? So right about here, it deviates inward, and that is our larynx. So there is lots of muscles, cartilages in there. I don't want to talk about that because that could be like an hour-long movie, but what I do want to talk about is your vocal folds. So your vocal folds are drawn together, and as the air passes through, resistance to the air is created, which vibrates the vocal folds. So the first vibration and sound is created from the resistance to the air. So that sound travels up above your larynx, which is your pharynx. It travels in your pharynx, it travels to your nasopharynx, which is the passage that connects to your nose, and it obviously travels into your mouth and eventually out of your mouth. So resonance is a reaction to a vibration. Resonance itself is passive. So you can't make something more resonant, you can find a place of resonance though. So a lot of times teachers will tell their students, put the sound in your nose, or feel vibrations in your nose, or feel vibrations in your chest. But those are not actually the primary places of resonation. So your primary resonators, there are 3 of them. Your pharynx, like we talked about, your nasopharynx, and your mouth. So those are the primary places that actually control the resonance of your sound, how it ends up sounding. Now, if you're having trouble imagining this, I want to give you the image of a guitar, right? So a guitar has a neck, it has strings, and then it has the body, and the body is hollow. So if the guitar just had strings, like an electric guitar, if you strum an electric guitar, you don't really get much sound out of it. That's why it has to be amplified. But in an acoustic guitar, the body of the guitar is the amplifier, and that's why you can hear it without plugging it in, although a lot of modern guitars do plug in. So if you can imagine that body of space in the guitar is the body of space that's in, your right above your vocal folds, your nasopharynx, and your mouth, that might give a little bit more easier visual of what we're actually talking about here and why that creates more sound. So going back to feeling resonating in other places, like if you feel resonating up here or if you feel resonating in your chest, those are secondary resonators, meaning that yes, other parts of our body are reacting to the vibration, but they're not actually increasing the resonation of the sound. So if I sing in my chest voice and I go, ah, ah, I feel my chest resonate, but no sound is coming from down here. That's kind of what that's all about. When we are trying to increase our volume, this is how we do it, right? Of course, we have to increase the air, but we also have to make sure that we're not clamping down on any of our primary resonators, especially our mouth. A lot of times we don't do too many weird things with our nasopharynx or our pharynx, but a lot of times we're singing with a really, really small mouth. And we don't know why we're not singing louder, but that's why. So some of my students come to me and they're going like this. E, E. And I'm like, okay, you're singing, right? And you're singing E, but I can't hear you and your sound isn't traveling. But all of a sudden I say, okay, put your mouth or put your hand here by your jaw and let your jaw drop, right? So that's a very natural drop. It's just an unhinging of the jaw muscle. That is enough space to make a big, big difference. E, and all of a sudden you can hear my tone. So everybody do that with me, okay? Put your hands right here by your jaw muscle. Give yourself a little jaw massage. If you're like me and you grind your teeth at night, you're gonna be very surprised at how tight this feels and how tight it is. I always feel some knots in mine. Okay, now close your mouth again and let it gently open. Again, I'm not going like this, right? I'm not straining my jaw down. I am naturally letting it drop. Okay. Let's sing with that open space. Let's do ah. Say father, father. And keep one hand here to make sure that you're not closing it back up. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start with an open position, and as you go, it's gonna get closed, and more closed, and by the end, you're gonna be like, okay, so keep it down, keep your finger there to help you. Okay, check in. Is your mouth still open? My guess is that if you're used to singing with your mouth super closed, it's gonna feel like your mouth is really, really, really open. And this is gonna take a little faith in yourself because it might be scary to immediately hear your sound be that much louder without actually doing anything because, again, resonance is passive. Okay, but have confidence in yourself. You want to be able to sing louder. You want to be able to be heard when you're performing, right? So now we've done ah. Let's do E. E is a little bit smaller of a space than ah because it is a closed vowel, but we still don't want that jaw to be E, right? We still want it to be unlocked. E, E. So another way to think about it, other than just having this part open, is that when I unlock my jaw, I have about a finger's width of space in between my top molars and my bottom molars. E. Okay? So let's just do the same 3 notes on E. 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 Nice and smooth. E, E. Okay guys, so I hope this answers some of your questions about what is vocal resonating. and resonance. And so don't ever try to place your sound to feel an extra vibration, because that extra vibration is probably a secondary resonator, just like we talked about earlier. You just want to make sure you check in. Do I have space up? Is my larynx creeping up, or am I letting it relax down? Or is my mouth too closed? And those are going to be your first places to go when you need to sing louder, when you want a more clear, crisp, resonant sound. So don't forget to hop on Facebook and request to join my new group, the Singing Babe Tribe. I'm super excited to host a musical community with all of you. And I love any questions that you have, throw them my way. So again, that link is right below. Don't forget to check out Beauty Counter. It's beautycounter.com/Lauren Anderson. And if you want an employment opportunity with me, also let me know. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday.